Good morning and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're going to start down on the floor, warm up our wrist a little bit. We have some bear crawls in the first part of the workout, as well as the option between some step ups or some lunges. So whatever option you want to use for that. But first, go ahead and come on down if you're comfortable to kneel, or you can roll up your mat or a blanket underneath your knees to help support. We're going to start, kind of think about lifting up out of your hips, but tuck your ribs down so you don't arch here. I'm going to bring the hands onto the small of the low back. We're going to go 3 cycles of breathing in this position. If you feel comfortable here and want to progress, we'll do a couple others in the other positions. So standing tall, you're going to start by gently exhaling, pull your belly button in, roll your shoulders forward, tuck the chin down towards your chest, and then on the inhale, you're going to lift up out of your spine, roll those shoulders back softly, squeeze the glutes, turn the head towards the sky. Twice more, gentle exhale, rolling, rounding forward. Gentle inhale, lifting and opening. Expand that chest. One more time here, rounding forward, bowing down. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze those glutes, lifting out of those hips. And come back to center, relax. If that all felt good, we're going to go hands interlaced behind the head. It'll be a similar idea from there. So now on the exhale, you're going to pull those elbows in, tuck the head under, pull the belly in. We'll go 3 cycles here. Inhale, lift and open, squeeze the glutes, open the chest. Twice more. Exhale, pull it down and in. Try to breathe in through the nose, best as able, still focusing to squeeze the glutes to protect that low back. One more here. Nice deep breath in through the nose, expand and release. Good job. Bring those arms down, walk the knees rather, just a little bit wider. I'm gonna roll the wrist around. Very good, and back the other way. Fantastic. From here, we're going to take them down to the floor. I'm going to go palms down, fingers point in towards me. Pull the belly button in. Support that low back. Don't let yourself arch there. And now you're just going to simply lean back. And then when you're ready from there, gently rocking side to side. Getting a nice stretch on the forearms. Good. Go ahead and come off those hands for a moment. And now we're going to go back side of the palms, back of the hands together, and then drop those elbows down. Watch, you're not shrugging up. So long neck, chin in. If that's not too uncomfortable there, you can go down to the floor, largely holding through your legs, but palms up this time. Palm of your hands up, fingers pointing towards you, and just ever so gently leaning back. And come on off. All right, we're going to go 6 more cycles of breathing from all 4. So we're going to start with more of a cat-cow posture. Nice wide handprint, hands beneath the shoulders, knees just underneath those hips. So on that exhale, this time you're going to round the back, dropping the head down, pull that belly button in, and then on the inhale, you gently arch, lift the chest, pull the shoulders back, lift the head. Twice more here. Breathe in and lift. Rounding. Pulling that chin in towards the chest. Sorry, that was the exhale. I said breathe in. Breathe in and lift the chest, lift the head, pulling those shoulders back and down. One final cycle here. Exhale, drop down, lower the head. Inhale, gently arch. Very nice. You can either stick with that cycle, or if you're comfortable to go like a down dog, up dog flow, we're going to go about 3 cycles there. So again, nice wide handprint. Support underneath the shoulders, turn those toes under, hips are gonna come nice and high, and just gonna start by gently pushing back, pulsing the head between the arms about 5 times, get a nice opening there. Go ahead and gently pedal out those heels. All right, fantastic. When you're ready, on your inhale, please feel free if you wanna come down to those knees. Otherwise, you can kind of dive your chest down, elbows come back, squeeze the glutes, lengthen up. And then on the exhale, drive those hips up. Exhale, push the head between the arms. Good, 2 to 3 more. Inhale, drop down, lift, open. Squeeze the bum. And exhale, hips drive high. Gently push the head between the arms. Very good. One or two more. Good. I'm gonna go one more time here. Down, 5, up, lengthening, pulling those shoulders down the spine, and exhale, drive those hips high. Very nice. If you're comfortable in pigeon pose from this last down dog position, we're gonna start on your right side. Swing that leg forward, square the hips and shoulders, and just gently open up that outer hip. Got some lunging or some step ups next, so let's just give a little love to those hips before we go into that. Make sure you hold strong here. I'm just gently rocking myself side to side. If you're comfortable to come down onto the forearms, you can lower down onto those forearms, drop the head down. We'll hold about another 10 seconds here. Very good. Then when you're ready, you're gonna place those hands back down. We're gonna bring the back toe under, kind of unwind. We're gonna come back into down dog and same thing other side. So hips high, pushing back and in. Forgot to do the little leg extension on the right side, but if you want to do it on the left, so I'll kind of wake up that right side. And now I'm going to go to my left, extending that leg up, squeeze the glutes, and then swing it forward. Square those hips and shoulders. Shoulders back and down. Gently open. Very good. Just gently rocking side to side. If it feels comfortable for you to come down low, you can come down onto the forearms, lower the head down. About another 10 seconds here. Still give some focus to the breath. Very good. And when you're ready, placing those hands back down, lifting those hips up, and we're gonna make our way up to standing. Walk the hands to the feet to the hands, and come on up. And just grab my hat. Sun can be kind of brutal here. All right, once you come on up, we're gonna practice a little bit of balance, warm up our quads here. So lift on up, balance. Please feel free to hold on to anything as you need. Grab that foot, pull the heel towards the glute. Lifting up the whole time, holding nice and level through the hips. Good. Think about pulling those shoulders back, staying long through your torso. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and release that side. In between legs, hip circles. Go ahead and circle those hips around. There you go. Good. Make a little dance into it. Love it. And reverse it the other way. Fantastic. All right. I want you to warm up those hips both ways. Let's set that opposite foot down. Oops, I already did that side. Lifting up. Grab that other side. Lengthen, shoulders back. Either hold on to your foot with 2 hands. You can use that non-working hand to balance. Reaching out. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and set it on down. All right, set the feet about hip width apart, slight toe out. I'm gonna go a couple squats here, reaching out, lowering those hips back and down, drive those knees wide, push the heels and stand. Very good, nice and smooth. Anywhere between 3 and 5. Reach those arms out to help keep that chest nice and tall. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna talk you through the first little bit here. While I'm talking, if you get about 10 ankle rolls on each foot, 5 one way, 5 the other. So we're gonna have 2 options, depending upon if you have a bench or a staircase to step on. If you don't, you're gonna do the lunge or giant step. So you'll step back. You can bring that knee to the ground if you're confident to do so. Front heel planted, shin vertical. As you stand up, you're gonna drive your knee high, lift the foot and toes. So we'll go 40 seconds on one side, short rest in between, and then we'll switch. If you have a box or a bench, similar idea, full foot if you can, fit the full foot up on the box or bench. Reach those arms out, chest up, drive that heel down, trying to swing that leg through, knee high, foot reaches. Good. All right. And then from there, we'll come down for the ground for some bear crawl, 60 to 90 seconds of a bear crawl. If for any reason something's going on with your wrist, doesn't work for you to be on the ground today, you can do that banded walk that we've done the last couple of weeks. And we're gonna have 2 rounds. Lunge to high knee or box step up to high knee, bear crawl, and we'll go back to the single leg work. So grab a little drink. Sharon, if you're trying to communicate something, come on off mute because I'm not quite sure what that hand signal meant. If you're just having fun, that's great too. All right, we're gonna go here in about 10 seconds. Let's start with your left foot forward. So the right leg is gonna be doing the moving. I'm gonna be demoing the box step up here. So foot fully on the box, chest up, 2, 1, and here we go. Nice controlled. And on the box, just like on the lunge, we're focused on the alignment of that lead leg knee. So keeping the shin vertical. The knee will tend to drop inward, especially sometimes it will be solid on the up and then sometimes on the down. So you want to keep your focus on both parts of the movement. As you drive through the heel, if you think about pushing that big toe down as well, that helps get a more solid base of support. Good, that's 30 seconds. 10 more, feel free to rest there. If you're doing those lunges, gently bring that knee down if you're going the full way. And rest, there's our 40. All right, it's a short break in between sides. Kind of rock those hips side to side. Free to do a little dance. And we're gonna go in here again on the opposite leg, less than 10 seconds. So now be your right foot forward or right foot up on the box. Chest up, eyes up, 2, 1, begin. Rolling back and down. Got a little wobble on the bench here today. Obviously, those of you there at home, please make sure anything that you are choosing to step up on, that you ensure that it's nice and secure. While we're paying attention to what's happening at the knee, you also want to have awareness of what's happening at the hips. Sometimes people will kick those hips way out. So you want to keep the hips as square as you can. Should be square to those shoulders. That's 30 seconds. Nice, smooth breathing. 1 or 2 more. Whoop, and go ahead and rest. Beautiful, making your way down to the floor. Moving into our bear crawl. So as you come down, hands underneath the shoulders, nice wide handprint, knees underneath the hips. You're gonna look straight down the whole time. And 2, 1 to begin, knees barely come off the ground. And now slow motion think, looking straight down. You're gonna have your spine as flat as possible and be very intentional about right hand, left foot, right hand. Depending upon your space, go as far as you can. And then you'll start your backwards bear crawl, pushing through that palm, still splaying those fingers wide. Woo. And breathe. Anytime you need a break, just come down to your knees and then back up when you're ready. We're halfway. That's 30 seconds. Trying to sync one side of the body with the opposite side of the body. Belly pulled in throughout. Very good. Just a little over 10 seconds. Keep moving all the way through. We're gonna have 30 seconds rest after this. We'll be back to our left leg lunge. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, grab a quick drink. We'll be back to our single leg work. If you wanna hold a light weight for this next part, you can. I'm gonna demo the lunge this round. So you're gonna hold some weight. You can hold it one weight right up underneath the chin. All right, you're gonna have your left foot forward the whole time. Chest nice and tall, and 3, 2, 1, begin. Step back, control that knee down, driving up and forward, swing that leg through. Woo, working that balance, back and down, straight up. It helps to look straight ahead. Hence me turning straight on. There you go. Good, Sharon, make sure that back foot's not turning away. So you want the toes pointing straight ahead. And reaching those arms out when you're not holding weights. Help that counterbalance as you lower. Very good, that's 30 seconds. As I grip the toes of my front foot, I'm also like pulling my heel down to the ground and rest. All right, check it out. Little twist side to side. 15 seconds, and we'll do the same thing on the opposite leg. All right, getting ready to go in 5. So now the right leg forward, 2, 1, and begin. Gripping the toes of the front foot, whether you're on a box or the ground for the lunge. Nice and smooth. Yep, beautiful. Good rhythm, good balance. Keep pulling that belly button in. Think about keeping that chest as tall as you can. Got the hound dog talking next door. There's 30 seconds. Good, maybe one more. And rest. All right, we'll transition to bear crawls or your banded lateral walks if you choose. All righty, nice wide handprint. I'm gonna start moving backwards, knees just underneath the hips. And 2, 1, barely lift those knees up. And then here we go, pushing through the palm. Imagine if I was there and I have like a little saucer plate. Or trying to rest like a little mini saucer plate on the small of your back. You want to have as much control as possible not to knock it off and break the plate. As you're focused on these movements, try to keep it fun, be playful with how you're imagining yourself doing it well. Try to let go of that nagging self-criticism that says you're not doing it right or doing a poor job. 30 seconds in. Yep, break it up anytime. Come down for a second, and then when you're ready, come back in. Bear curls are not for the faint of heart. It's challenging. Woo! Especially for us that are meant to walk on our feet and not on our hands. All right, we're almost done. Keep breathing, keep pushing. 2, 1, and all done there. All right, go ahead and come off your hands. If you were doing those banded walks, come on down to the floor with us. We're gonna do a few stretches down here, and we'll be into our second circuit. We're gonna start with our inner thigh stretch. So hands underneath the shoulders. You're gonna kick one leg straight out. And when you're ready, gently rock the hips to the heel, lower the head down, rock forward and back. Breathe in as you rock forward and gently exhale as you lower back and down. About 3 to 5 total. Very good. I'm gonna walk that leg in between sides, bringing my knees together for the quadruped hip rock. Belly button pulled in, gentle rounding of that back. And now rocking them side to side. Also heard this kind of called like a snake dance a little bit too, just kind of moving through the torso. You can even move that shoulder blade area a little bit more. And then when you're ready, opposite leg, kick it out to the side. And then we'll do our hip rock in this orientation. Straight back, open that inner thigh on that outstretched leg. And I have that whole foot flat on the ground, trying to grip those toes down, also stretching out the lateral aspect of the leg. Breathing in to rock forward, exhale as you lower back and down. Maybe 1 or 2 more, forward and back. You can kind of hang out here on that last one for a couple of breaths. And relax. Very good. From here, we're gonna thread the needle of the shoulders. So let's take your left hand, palm up, knees divide, and just ever so gently, you're gonna lower that outside of the left shoulder down towards the floor. Got some bright sun here this morning, so don't mind me. I'm gonna close those eyes, lower that shoulder down, just a gentle twist here. So if you don't feel comfortable to go all the way down, don't. Once you're down there, let's take about 3 breaths. You can use this not just to open the shoulders, but pay attention to those hips. So try to keep them square. 1 more breath. On the next inhale, come on out. And we're gonna go same thing other side. Palm up and gently thread the needle, reaching that palm under that opposite shoulder, lowering that, bringing it down. You can hold some weight in that other arm. Breathe, staying as square as you can. I sink towards that side, so pulling my hips back. Let's go 2 more breaths. On that next inhale, inhale and come on up. All right, fantastic. Feel free to come up to standing or kneeling for behind the back stretch. We're gonna be doing some squats and also a single arm row from a plank. If you feels like maybe a little bit too much of a challenge to be down that plank today, you could also do our normal single arm row here. I'll be demoing from the plank. So I'm gonna hold a really wide handprint on my one hand. I'm gonna set my feet a little bit wider, keeping the hips as square as I can. I've got my dumbbell here, rowing it up, reaching down. Elbow as high as I can, taking it all the way back to the floor. Okay. So we're gonna squat for a minute, plank for 30 seconds on one arm, either taking a 30-second break, or if you want some higher heart rate today, burpees for 30 seconds in between arms, row on the opposite arm, and then we're back to the squats. We're gonna do that 3 times through. And just depending upon your confidence with the squat, you could do a full squat, or sorry, you could do a weighted squat to start, or don't worry about holding any weights. We are gonna have 15 seconds to transition. Otherwise, we're gonna start here in 10 seconds with our squats. If you're not quite ready, just join us when you are. Set those feet, slight toe out, and 3, 2, 1, here we go. Controlling down. Eyes up, chest up. I'll try to tell you 30 and 45. Like I said, we're gonna work for a full minute, but just depending upon how much exercise you've done recently, your energy levels today, all that type of situation that comes into play on our recovery, it may not make sense for you to go the full minute. So work into it. That's 30 seconds, so that's a good time to stop there. Looking to get that full depth, heels planted, driving through the legs, pushing the feet into the ground. Beautiful, 45. If you'd like 30 seconds off before the next movement, take it now. Those of you that are resting early, I recommend, instead of just being stationary, sidestep a little bit, maybe a little bit of marching. Full minute coming up in 2, 1, rest and rotate. All right, coming down for the plank or in a stagger stance. Let's start on your left arm. Nice wide handprint, feet just outside the hips, and here we go. Make sure that support hand, elbow slightly bent. Support strong through the base of the hand, and you'll feel the hips want to rotate away. So the side that's rowing, the side with the weight, think about keeping those hips down. Don't let them lift. And breathe. Woo, almost there. And 2, 1, and rest. All right, so you're either gonna take a full rest or join me for some burpees. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Just gonna step on round 1 and doing the no push-up version. So top of the push-up is the bottom, squeeze the glutes, reach up overhead, that's the top. If you're stepping, one time step the left leg up and back. Next step the right leg up and back. Squeeze the glutes as you stand. We're halfway through, more than that actually. 5 seconds left, maybe one more rep. 2, 1, and rest. All right, back to that single arm row, either from a lunging position or down in a plank. Nice wide handprints. You should be in your right hand. Going in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So see my hips are rotated away. So I think if I have the weight in my right hand, I'm just gonna gently think about lifting my left hip up towards the sky. And that's gonna probably help level me out because the right tends to rotate away from the side that's working. 10 seconds left. Whew. And 2, 1, and there's our 30. All right, nice work. We're gonna take a full 30 seconds. We'll be back to our squats. At set 1, we're gonna do it twice more. All right, so if you went unweighted the first round, if you feel comfortable to hold some weights, if you did hold weight on round 1, if you wanna get a little bit heavier, we have 2 more rounds to go. Set those feet, slight toe out, 2, 1, and begin. Nice and steady. Looking straight ahead. You can pace here, Just move nice and controlled, or you can push that tempo a little bit. Just ensure that you can be consistent, strong in that technique. If you're holding 2 arms up here, think elbows up, lift them up and forward as you lower down. Woo! That's our first 30. There you go, great depth. And here's our 45-second mark. Feel free to rest there. Elbows up, eyes up. Very good. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, rest and rotate. All right, bent over or single arm row from a plank. Going here in 5 seconds. Nice wide handprint. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Exhale as you pull it up and in. Remember, opposite hip, try to lift it up to keep the same side hip nice and level. Belly button pulled in. You shouldn't have any arching in the back. Good. Almost there. Try to control it down to the floor. And rest and rotate. Good. Burpees coming up next. Or feel free to take the whole session off. Just kind of shake it out. Otherwise, here we go. Step or hop. Squeeze the glutes and stand. Woo. Nice and steady. And get a little clap overhead. Generate a little energy there. Woo. Smile as you stand up to the top. Notice if you're kind of griping about these burpees. Enjoy the fact that exercise can be so simple of getting on the ground and off the ground. Last one, and rest. All right, we'll take 15 seconds. We'll be back to that row, this time on the right side. All right, goes fast. Getting ready, this will be the end of round 2. 2, 1, and begin. Right side, hip down, left side, hip slightly up. And I tend to pike a little bit more than necessary here. So Sharon, you 2 hips down a little bit, there you go. Oh, I would rather see your hips piked than arched. It's just gonna be safer on the spine. Very nice. Keep that play in that support elbow. 2, 1, and rest. Woo. All right, that's the end of 2. We'll take 30 seconds and we'll be back for our 3rd and final round. Grab a drink. Keep that hydration going. Not sure if it's been as hot as it is here as it has been other places. Woo. We've been hitting triple digits here in Western Colorado this week. All right. 5 seconds, round 3, 3rd and final round of this circuit. Here we go. Breathe. Nice and smooth. Do have a little bit of squatting in the next piece, so make sure you don't just burn everything out now. It's gonna be unweighted squats next. Nice smooth breathing. Whew. Very good. That's 30 seconds. I'm going to work for 45 on this interval. Give myself a full 30 seconds in between exercises. Just feeling a little bit more tired today. 2, 1. Feel free to keep going if you're going for that full minute. Otherwise, there's our 45. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it was the big hike from yesterday. We never really know. There's lots of factors. Those of you going for the minute, rest now. 15 seconds. We're into our final round of rows. Left arm first. All right, either bent over or from the plank. Now wide handprint here on the floor. 2, 1, begin. Chin in, looking straight down. Check in with those hips. Checking with the elbow, having a little play there. Ooh, got a good shake on this three-legged plank. Nice, try to fully extend that arm as much as you can from the plank. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and rest. All right, feel free to jump right into those burpees or take this round off. Otherwise, I'm just gonna step through them, stepping through, squeeze the glutes, reach up to overhead. Nice, good job on those hops. Nice and light. There you go, good. As you're hopping up, lower core strong, support that low back. Back, float the feet up and reach. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, just the single arm row on the right side. Woo woo. Going in 10, a little bit less than. Coming on down. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Hips level. Pull that shoulder blade back and down, elbow nice and high. Pulling that chin in, trying to focus straight down. Very good. 10 seconds to go. Maybe one more and all done. Whew. All right, come on off. Let's get a drink. Yes, I know those of you there in Georgia are definitely getting a good sweat in. We don't have nearly the humidity here, and I'm getting a good sweat in. All right, beautiful job. I'm gonna do a moment of stretching, and then we're gonna keep it moving right into our next piece. We have a 5-minute section next, 20 seconds of a squat, 10 seconds rest. Coming down, you don't really rest, you just transition. 20 seconds of a mountain climber, 10 seconds rest to transition back to your feet for a 20-second squat. 5 times on each. So let's come on up. We'll give about a minute more rest here, add a little side stretch. So let's take your left leg, step back, a little bit of a stagger stance, right hand on the right hip, and just reach up and cross. Bring the hand down and reach right over the head. On the next one, if you're comfortable to do so as you reach up, turn the head, like you're trying to look over the elbow on that left arm. 1 or 2 more. Very good. Let's switch sides. Step the left foot in, step the right foot back. Left hand on that left hip. And stretching out that side body, reaching across, pulling it down and in. Squeeze that glute on that left, or sorry, your right, the side you're bending away from. Gently turn the eyes, looking up over that shoulder, past the elbow. 1 or 2 more. Reaching. All right, fantastic. Shake it out. We're gonna jump right into it here in just over 10 seconds. 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of transition, squats, then mountain climbers. Set those feet just a slight toe out. 2, 1, and here we go. Pacing through. Move it as controlled or as fast as you want, but make sure even if you're moving fast, you're still not just kind of bouncing in the bottom, so staying tight. Good, first 10 seconds. This is called like a Tabata style interval, working for 20, resting for 10, 2, 1, transition. Down for mountain climbers. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Pull that belly button in, 2, 1, knee to the same side elbow while you're trying to keep those hips as level as you can. Look right between those hands. And keep lifting up between those shoulder blades. So try not to sink in. Pull that belly in. We're over halfway. Lots of breathing here. 2, 1, and make your way back to your feet. So if you want a little bit more rest, join us every other round. So take this next round off. 2, 1, and begin. Got Cosmo, poor guy, limping through the back of the screen here. He had a little injury yesterday to his knee. working on getting a hold of the vet today. Just over 10 seconds. And rest and rotate. Good job. Second round of squats done. Coming down for those mountain climbers. Nice wide handprint. And begin. Nice steady breathing as you move. Not letting that back arch. And if anything's going on that you don't feel comfortable to move those knees, or if you don't feel comfortable on the hands, you can come down to the forearms. Otherwise, just hold the plank. There's our 20. Come on, back up. If you took the last round off, please feel free to come back in now. 3, 2, 1, begin. Still keeping the depth in that squat. Pushing through those feet, standing all the way up in between. Wonderful. Halfway. Yeah, great job. Push to the ground and rotate. All right, third round of mountain climbers. I'm gonna show it down on the forearms this time. You feel a bit more compact, but give the break on those wrists. Here we go when you're ready. Still pulling the knee up. I have to keep a little bit more of an arch, at least for myself. My upper arms don't feel quite long enough to leave a lot of space for those knees. But I still feel that lower core definitely working. And rotate. All right, we're over halfway. If you're going every other round, this is your invitation to take this round off. Otherwise, round 4, here we go. Good job, Cosmo. Dogs are such great examples of how they deal with injuries. They keep moving often because they have to. They make it work. 2, 1, and rest. All right, our second to last set of mountain climbers. Getting ready. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm coming back to the hands this round. I can just keep a better motion. Weight right over those shoulders and not having a lot of sway with those hips. There you go. Chin pulled in, still looking straight down. Maybe one more each side. And rotate. All right, if you took that last round off, come on back in for number 5. But your third. 2, 1, here we go. Or if you've done 4 and you're like, that's enough, just rest, it's only a minute. We'll be getting ready for our next and final piece. We're gonna end with some midline work, some glutes, some core. Also training that brain a little bit. 2, 1, and rotate. Final mountain climbers. Making your way on down. Keep spreading out those fingers as wide as you can. 2, 1, here we go. Gently pulling the knee towards the same side elbow. Lifting up through that mid back. Couple more each side. 2, 1, and we're all done there. Come on off the hands. Give yourself a little mini round of applause. We're almost done. Grab that water. And we're gonna make our way into this next circuit. All right, next one's gonna be 3 rounds. Either glute bridges, or you can join me and just hold that bridge pose 30 seconds. And then we're gonna lie, stay on our backs, reach our arms up, reach our legs up, and practice our alternating dead bugs. Opposite arm, opposite leg extends back. If you're not quite sure how it works, you can always watch the first round, join us the second 2. We'll have just a little short stretch in between sets. All right, so making your way onto your back. As you come onto your back, go ahead and pull those shoulders back and down. Set that low back as needed. All right, so for the first one, bridge pose, you're gonna have your feet just underneath the hips and ever so gently here, driving those hips up and forward. If you feel a little bit of tension there, you can just go up and down throughout, or if you're comfortable to hold that bridge, keep working those shoulders out, and we're gonna interlace those hands, pull that chin in, and we're here for 30 seconds. So if you haven't already started, go ahead now. We'll hold about another 20. Chin in, driving through the heels, squeezing the bum. Great time, especially even if the sun's not in your eyes. Just relax those eyes closed. Lengthen the back of the neck by pulling that chin in. And go ahead and rest. Gradually bring yourself down. All right, from here into our dead bugs. Reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling or sky. Bring your feet off the ground, knees bent. And then when you're ready, a lot of focus on the midline, rolling that low back into the floor. You're gonna extend your left leg straight out and reach your right arm straight back. Firing that midline, you'll pull them up and together. Same thing other side. Right leg, left hand, pushing that low back into the floor. So you wanna avoid any kind of arching in that spine. Alternating sides, extend long. Try to pull them up and together. Good focus, good intention. I'm just resting the head back on the floor. Breathe in as you reach out. Exhale as you bring them up and together. Let's get about one more each side. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull it up. Final one. And once you balance out both sides, go ahead and rest. We're gonna rest by bringing the knees up and into the chest. A little double knee to chest. Rock your body side to side. That's round one. We're just gonna do that twice more. It's a little bit of midline work and some cool down stretches all at the same time. All right, getting back into those bridges. So either glute bridges up and down or coming into that hold. We'll start that 30 seconds. Going in 3, 2, 1. When you're ready, working those shoulders back and down, hips up, interlace those hands. It's really key to here, especially in that bridge pose, to keep rolling those shoulders back and down. Protect that low back by squeezing the glutes. Pull that chin in. Get a good stretch. Think about staying long in your spine here. Breathe in deep through the nose, gently out through the mouth. 1 or 2 more breaths. When you're ready, gradually start to lower down, 1 segment at a time. Very good. Once you get those hips on the ground, reaching the arms straight up, legs bent at the knees, and 2, 1. Breathe in as you extend long, low back pushing flat. Exhale, pulling it together. We're gonna go about a minute here, so just working in sync, one side of the body and then the other. Inhale as you reach with control. Exhale, bring them back to the start. And it's called a dead bug because can't you just imagine a little beetle on its back? Poor little thing didn't make it. It's got his legs straight up in the air. It's really good. Midline strength, kind of bring some awareness to the spine. Breathe in, reach long. Exhale, pull it together. Maybe 1 more each side. And rest. Go ahead and just lower those feet to the ground, keeping the knees bent, walking your feet maybe just a little bit wider outside the hips, and then bring your arms up and out to the sides and just lower those legs side to side like windshield wipers. Bring the legs up and then down the other way. Kind of opens those hips a little bit more, gives a little relief into that low back. All right, let's get about 2 more on each side on these windshield wipers, and then we're gonna go into our 3rd and final round, back into those glute bridges. Use that bridge hold or up and down for reps. All right, reset those shoulders, make sure they're pulled back and down, bend the knees, set that chin in, and when you're ready, lift those hips up. If you're gonna interlace those hands, keep bringing those shoulders back and down, and here we go, fire the bum. Try to center your breathing in the front part of that rib cage. So you're trying to expand the chest as you breathe on these. Lifting that sternum up towards the sky on that inhale. Pulling that chin in towards the chest. Let's go about 2 more breaths. Squeeze the bum, open the hips. Last one. And gradually making your way on down. All right, final dead bugs. Reach the arm straight up, bring the feet off the ground. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Here we go. Breathing in, stretching it out. Exhale, pull it together. Breathe in, reach long, still firing that core. So I'm thinking about rotating my hips back, pulling that belly button in so you can't have any, try not to have no space. That's not proper. Try not to have any space between the low back and the ground. So if I were trying to get my hand underneath the low back, that there's not any space there. Breathe in, stretch, exhale, pull together. Let's get a few more each side. Twice more each side. Last one. And go ahead and release. Woo! All right, very nice. Let's go another stretch here on our backs, 2 knee twists. So bring those arms back out to the sides, knees up and together, legs together, the feet off the ground, and then bring the legs across, turn the head over the opposite shoulder. There's a nice little release. So with the legs up and across, same thing other side, turn the head. You control how far you want to go into that twist. Let's get between 2 and 3 on each side. All right, we're going to come back to our back, but for now, we're going to roll over onto our side. Quad stretch next. Whew. Sun is brutal today. Go back to my hat. All right, when you're ready, on your side, grab that top foot and bending it back. Roll the shoulder back. Stay nice and level here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're ready, release that foot, swivel around. Same thing other side. Set that elbow, grab that top foot. Roll the shoulder back as you pull that foot back. Nice job. 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, let's take it back to our back. We're gonna go glute stretch and then figure 4. So relax that head back. Oh, it's covering my face here. Give myself a break from the sunshine. Extend that left leg straight out. Pull your right knee to your right shoulder. Ankle rolls. Roll that ankle around about 3 to 5 times one way and then switch it up about 3 to 5 the other. As you're rolling that ankle through take the knee from the right shoulder, kind of pulling it across the body towards that left. Get into that glute stretch here. Ooh, you can just hold it stationary, or you can look to glide it, kind of guide it up and down, looking for any tension in that hip. Very good. When you're ready, we're going to switch legs before we go into figure 4. So extend the right leg out, left knee to the left shoulder, and you're actively pushing this right thigh to the floor, and then ankle rolls on the left. 2 to 3 one way, 2 to 3 the other, 3 to 5 rather. When you're ready, sweeping that left knee across the body, pulling it towards your right shoulder. Open through the glute on that side and feel free to kind of glide that knee up and down. All right, when you're ready, we're going to go back to your right leg, this time for figure 4. So we're going to take the right foot on the left thigh, and let's go ahead and hug in. Reaching the right hand in between the legs, left hand on the outside of the thigh. Reset that head. I can feel myself really extending my neck up, so pull that chin in, try to lengthen through that upper spine. So we're starting by just holding this regular figure 4. And then once that outer hip starts to relax, we can bring that left hamstring into play by extending that left leg straight up, pulling the toes towards your face as you extend, And then you're gonna point the foot away up towards the sky, pull the toes back towards the face, and then bend the knee down and in, hugging that leg in. Very good. Couple more. Up, foot, bottom of the foot towards the sky, point them away, pull them back, and bend it down. Good job. Last time, then we'll switch. I'm peeking out from under my hat. Point the toes, lift the toes, and down. Very good. Go ahead and relax there. Same thing, opposite side. Now left foot to your right thigh, and hug that right leg in. Checking in, I was in the garden this morning doing a little bit of watering and weeding in my bare feet, so making sure my feet were clean. I did shower. Not sure why, now we're just a sweaty mess again, but hey. All right, a couple of nice breaths here. Once that left hip starts to open, we'll bring the right hamstring into play. Hamstring and that whole track of that sciatic nerve. Bottom of the foot faces the ceiling as you extend that leg. Point the foot away, pull it back towards you, and then gradually hug it down and in. As you hug it down and in, say hello to that outer left hip again. Still trying to invite it to keep opening. Twice more on the right leg. Up, point, lift, and bend. Final time. All right, beautiful job. Gradually make your way out of that. I'm gonna roll you back over before we finish, so coming on to all fours. All right, fantastic. Hands right underneath those shoulders. We're just gonna go a little traditional child's pose here. Toes together, knees divide. Reach those hands out and rock back into that child's position, lowering that head down between the arms and giving some focus to that mid-back area. Exhale, breathe in, expand, exhale, lower down towards the floor. Couple more. Very nice. From there, come on up to all fours. Nice wide handprint on your right hand, left hand behind the head. We're gonna do our mid-back rotations. Bring the elbow towards the opposite elbow, lift up, peer up or rotate the head towards the sky, looking over that shoulder. Elbow in, inhale, exhale to open. Let's get between 5 and 8 on each side. Some good rotational work here for the mid-back. Couple more. Think about lifting up out of that downside arm as you rotate, and switch sides when you're ready. And behind the head, close it down, open up. Breathe in and lift and twist. Couple more. And rest. All right, final one. Child's position, side stretch. So you'll go from all fours. You're gonna walk the hands over to your right side. Take your left hand, reach it out nice and long, and then lower your head. Gradually lower your hips back. It's not gonna go as far as the regular position of child's position, but this is a great way to stretch out those lats here on the ground, that nice long position of the side body. Breathing into that area of tension. See if you can kind of square those hips a little bit. I tend to twist them away. So the more you bring your hips back towards your right side, the more you should feel that stretch. Final breath here, and come on up. Same thing, other side. Walk those hands around. This time your right hand reaches nice and long and lowering it back. Bring your hips over towards the left side this time. As you breathe into that outer right area, your rib cage, your torso, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And come on up. All right, let's finish out with a little down dog. Hips up, drive the head between the arms. Ooh, really open that mid back. Give the calves some love here. Didn't do much jumping or anything today, but be surprised. I had a lady be like, man, I can't believe that my calves got sore from some squatting or doing some heavy squatting in the gym. Moderately heavy. You don't always know all the different muscles you're using. All right, once you finish walking out those heels, feel free to kind of come on back down. You can lay on your back or kind of want to just lay flat, head lowers down, and just relax for a moment. Acknowledge the work that you did, showing up here today, moving your body, taking care of yourself. Or, roll over on your back, rest there, try to really calm your system. So exercise is our intentional stress to the system. And then after we stress our bodies, we want to also be intentional about trying to calm our bodies down, support our nervous system. That's going to support your health, because the more stressed out you are, the more rushed you are, then our body can't be in that state of healing. And we need to be very intentional in the world that we live today to be calm and focused and give our body a chance to really heal and thrive. All right, thanks for being here. Hope to see you next time.